Hey, I've been wearing the mask because the first job I've done today was just to put another piece of glass tape, fiberglass tape, and then glass over it on this join here. Primarily because last time when I pulled the plastic off this join, a lot of the plastic stuck to the epoxy, and as I pulled it off, a whole section of it was still stuck, and I managed to get bits and pieces of it off. But in order to get the rest of it off, so that when I later completely glass over everything, I took the sander to it to get the remaining pieces of plastic off, which probably was a bad idea. Probably the clever thing to do would have been to just remember that that was there and then crack on with the build, and then sand that down later when everything was settled and just before final glassing, and I could have just then glassed the whole thing in one go and it would have been fine. But anyway, I did that sanding, and I was a bit worried after the bow starboard side issue where the fiberglass cracked, because I probably sanded that as well and made it a bit too thin. I didn't want the same to happen here, so I thought, well, rather than have a problem and a disaster, let's just do it and get that out of the way. So tomorrow that'll all be dry and I can start wrestling, perhaps trying to get that forward bulkhead in. So the plan for today is to try and get the nesting bulkheads in place. So, and I had a bit of a problem with these, and that was that the gap between the top and the bottom wasn't even anymore. And although I put cardboard in to a sensible size, the problem with the cardboard I used was it was just a regular piece of cardboard, which is like two pieces with the wavy lines inside, and the problem with that is it compresses. And I put two pieces of that, glued it on, and then while the glue was setting, I clamped it, which was, you have to do, otherwise it's not gonna glue properly, is it? It might move. So, and plus manhandling it around and clamping it and holding it in position one way or another. And over time, this cardboard had just got squashed in a couple of places, so it can go to almost 1 mil rather than the kind of 3 mils that it starts out at. So it may not sound like a lot, but because these bulkheads are where the two halves join together, so a mil out at the bottom or a mil out at the top would cause maybe a slight bow, or instead of the boat being level, once it's split and rejoined, it might be like that. So those two pieces have to be exactly parallel to each other. It doesn't matter if they're slightly off vertical, but it does matter if they've got to be absolutely parallel, because a slight difference like this, when I cut it in half, when I rejoin them, they're going to go straight against each other, and the boat will be either that way or that way. So yeah, so what I've decided to do is I've taken what is regular cardboard, which doesn't really compress, and I've stuck 3 pieces together to make kind of a 2mm piece, and I'm just going to stick those on now next to where they were, and then the next job is to get that screwed into the boat in the right place. So I'm going to loosen the chines so that the chines are free, and I made a couple of marks last time about roughly where it's going to go. I'm going to measure the holes I drilled on the first opening, which are, as it turns out, there was a bit of a silver lining to that problem, that first disaster, in that it made me realise that I'd measured from the plans where I thought the nesting bulkhead should go, but really on the plans it was just indicative. There was no actual measurement showing you where it should be. So I guess they were just saying around here, this is where it should be roughly. So I actually measured it off the plans and then measured it onto here to scale, just by using a ruler to measure the dimensions, and that was wrong because the dimensions weren't stated on the plan, so there was no knowledge of what the dimensions should be, basically, I think. So what I've done is I've just used this batten, which I cut to be the same size as the nesting bulkheads, and I've just put that to a position where it's pretty much the right width, because this bottom piece gets narrow as it comes forward. So back here, that's it's too wide, and up here that's too far forward. So if finding a point roughly where it's about right was about there, basically. So I think that's the point at which I'm going to screw it in. Possibly slightly, maybe even slightly forward. It depends. So that's my job for today, is to make sure that it's in the right place. So first of all, I've got to glue it together. Now I probably will have to clamp it while I'm playing around with it so it doesn't slip and slide or come apart. So that's it. Right, I'm going to put it onto time lapse and we'll see how this goes. Okay, so I've pretty much finished for the day. A lot of that was in the time lapse because there wasn't really time to stop and talk, so I've pretty much done everything I wanted to do. So this is my list. So I've taped up this floor section again because I sanded it down because of the plastic, and I was a bit concerned that the bending moment there might cause it to crack, which would be another disaster. Having already had two, I don't want any more. So first thing I did was to glass that up. So that won't be fully cured until tomorrow, but it's tomorrow when I start putting the most tension on that, when I start putting the bulkhead in the front and then the transom on the back. So far, I think it was a decent risk. I've got the cradles on, so it's now sitting on its cradle, so the boat is effectively level as it would be in the water. The chimes are all tied up, and I've got the centre bulkhead in place, and it's now got new pieces of card in to make a more consistent gap, because the previous card some of it had been crushed, and that's screwed in from the bottom and screwed in at the top on both sides. There's a bit of a gap in that. Don't know why. For some reason the floor panel seems to curve. I guess it's just going into a curve going forward rather than, and it was a straight line on the plan, so the plan doesn't sort of discuss how to cope with that. So wood is curved. It's not flat. I possibly could put another screw through the bottom into it to pull it in tight. I don't know. Let's just leave it for now. I steamed the bow 3 or 4 times with the kettle, so I got the kettle really nice and hot and took the lid off and stuck it underneath on the chair so it was really close and all the steam went into the bow. I didn't want any more concerns over the bow not curving properly. And I've got these weights here because this section is looking a little high. Probably should be 8 mils lower, and I think the weight will just help it to kind of settle down. Probably pushing the bulkhead in tomorrow will make that difference, because that will push the floor down slightly. Hopefully those weights will help it, encourage it into that position first. So that's it. It's now back in a position where it was when the disaster happened. So that's been, quite a bit of work to get it back to how it is now. So, including the second disaster. So fingers crossed I don't have any more. And I'll just be really careful tomorrow to get that forward bulkhead in place without putting any stress. I'm going to cut the bulkhead if I need to. Leave the boat where it feels happy. So if she's happy in this position, this is where she's going to stay. I'm not forcing her into the position that the plan says she should go into, because the wood is probably different, conditions are different to how the guys who build these things. So I'm going to just let her be, work with her rather than against her. Yeah, so that's it for today. I'll leave it to settle overnight. Hopefully, you know, the wood will feel more, you know, it'll kind of be more relaxed in this position tomorrow. So when I do start pushing a little bit, it won't be quite on the edge. So yeah, fingers crossed. All right, see you tomorrow.